What's up everybody? Welcome back to Let's Play Griftlands. So for today's daily challenge, we're Sal and Veteran. Draft a starting battle deck of 10 cards. This is different than the mulligan draft that we normally do. So they're probably going to give us like a big sheet of cards. We just pick 10 to start with. And it says starting battle deck, so we won't have our initial 10 either. So we'll need to make sure to balance offense and defense there. Playing for keeps, mental overload, you no longer discard. Got it. And you can no longer skip card drafts. So because we pick all 10 cards at once, if we can get some sort of discard synergy to work, that'd be cool. Otherwise, well, good luck to us. Cheapskate, win without blah blah blah. Alright. Now I know some of you want me to try hard mode. If we get one more win on medium, we'll move up to hard. That's my promise to you. Just to see how much more the game can hurt us. So, discard, yes. And this is not drafting the way I thought it would, but that's fine. Let's gain defense. This card is discarded. Put a blah, blah, blah. Sure. Impairing sounds nice. But bleed and then defense is probably better. We don't have any improvised cards yet, so I didn't want to go there. 5 defense. Now we'll get the improvised because it's +4 damage. Let's go ahead and discard your hand. You upgrade to a version that just that doesn't have expend on it. And stun. A stun is always nice. Oh, one more. I'll go for another discard. That may have been too much discard. May have made a huge mistake. Let's see how this does. So, turn 1, you're hitting for 12. Not a huge fan of it, but you're going to block for quite a bit. How much damage can we put out there? Or defense can we put out there? We can put 10 defense in there. Get some piercing damage going. I'm okay with that. Get you out of here. Get you out of here. This attack isn't that worth stunning him for. We don't really scale well. So I'll save it for later. Yeah, we took 2 and 1. No big deal. Now he's doing the exact same thing again. At the end of your turn, expend all cards in your hand and this card. Got it. So, we have no other cards that apply bleed except for these two. So, I think we're okay with this being expended. We'll just play everything else. Yeah, you two can go away. We'll have a really thin deck for the future, but so be it. You're doing nothing this turn, so let's go ahead and improvise an attack. Let's get him with just the biggest hit we can. Now, I probably played this all wrong. Should have went for the 0-cost card now that I think about it. It's alright, we'll learn. Now, 3 bleed or 7 to 9 damage. I think the answer is pretty obvious. Okay. You're buffing yourself and you have counter. What do we want to do about that? Let's go ahead and improvise. And I'm thinking we just hold on. Yeah, so we can stun him next turn. That's okay with me. Careful, little buddy. So you think you're doing a big attack? No, no, no. You do nothing. Also, get stabbed a couple times. Okay, so it just delayed it for the future. We have no ways of reducing the damage you're going to be done, or that's going to be done to you. Let's go ahead and play these first. Let's go ahead and play this to play some more cards. And you're dead. Pretty nice, pretty nice. You get upgraded. 3 defense or 2 blade flashes. We don't want our deck to be nothing but blade flashes, so let's gain the defense instead. And 3 temporary power can be great on those turns that we play a bunch of blade flashes. Combo is useless for us, counter for every 3 defense you have. We don't gain enough defense for this to be worthwhile. And we don't wound, so we'll decline there. A stun is nice. We would never improvise you, so you're limited in worth. Add an injury to your discard pile, can be played with an injury in your hand. This is difficult because it's very likely that we'll have an injury in hand because, well, we discard so much. Hold on. So, bleeding is done. I think this will work because we'll play a ton of cards, which means Slice does a ton of damage. And if Slice does a ton of damage, it applies a bunch of bleed, which means we can definitely impair you. Also, we can discard easily, and this makes it even easier. So we can make sure we have no injuries in hand. I think we can make that work. I've never taken Overexert, so I'm excited to see it work. Now, is there anything here that we want to remove? We might want to remove Tackle. Yeah, I think removing Tackle is the move here. Next challenger. Don't mind if I do. And discard is huge for Assassin's Inn because of his annoying habit of putting bleed cards into your deck. So we'll discard you so we can deal with you later. Discard you to deal with you later. There you go. So he didn't get through, he didn't get to apply his annoying wounds to us. It looks like we don't have any other defense besides this in our hand. So we're probably going to go ahead and stun him. Unless discard a card, bleed wound. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and stun you this turn to delay those wound cards as long as possible. Alright, so we'll go ahead and draw a discard. Get this out of here. We will... He's not attacking, so we can just go fully offensive. How do we want to do this? We'll hit him, discard you. Play this. He doesn't have bleed on him yet. And he's not going to. Yeah. He's not going to because we're just going to play 1 card and then put 4 bleed on him. It's not the most, but it's a pretty good start. Alright, so now he's hitting us for 7 and he's countering for 4. Cannot be played while there's an injury in your hand, and we have an injury in our hand. Alright, so let's go ahead and discard this. Discard this. So we have 13 defense, so we can definitely attack him. Let's go ahead. Do we have a Blade Flash in hand, in deck? We do. So we'll play this, we'll get the Blade Flash. We'll get temporary power. Do some nice piercing damage. It will put 1, and we're going to be guaranteed to draw it next turn. Okay, it's a waste of temporary power, but I think we don't attack him now. Because if he counters us, we'll be down to 5 defense, and then we'll get hit. I think keeping wounds out of our deck as much as possible is the key to winning this fight. Now, draw discard. You get out of here. We're not getting hit this turn, so let's go ahead, smack you, draw this. We definitely want to get the wound on him as early as possible. And then just put 5 bleed on him. Very good turn. And he's basically dead. Let's see if we can't get some extra experience going. Gotta play for an injury in hand? Right. So, we play this to give that card experience. We play this to give it experience as well. And then just end him. Pretty good fight. Yeah, using this card to manage the negative cards in our hand and the negative cards he could give us felt right. It's just felt right. Let's go with the bigger damage. And you giving more impair and more wound sounds fantastic. Draw isn't really necessary because we have such a large hand. Let's see. Draw and discard. Here, let's go for low cost because this will allow where is it at? This will allow Slice to really go off, We'll get a little bit of draw. But we want lots of 0 cost cards. We can play many cards and then I lost it again. Slice can just do a lot of work. Because if we wind up playing like 6 cards in one turn, it's huge. Starting return game 2 temporary power if you played 8 or more cards in your previous turn. I don't know about that, but Bloody Mess sounds fantastic. If every target has bleed on it, then the opening wound, enhanced gash, will work every turn, guaranteed. Combo, counter, vampirism, discard for actions. We already have enough blade flashes, so that's not necessary. I think we have a good balance of offense and defense, so I don't really want to add anything else. Hemorrhage is a fantastic card, especially for the amount of bleed that we can put on enemies. But Ghost Strike won't help us much. We don't need another Reckless Swing, so I think we pass. Yeah. Go ahead and heal your pet. You will receive... let's go for the little score. Hold on. How many graph slots do we have? We have 1. Add another graph slot. Just in case. So, this is dangerous. Having this in our hand is going to be a real pain in the butt. So the question is, do we want to go ahead and let it expend early so we can get rid of these 2? And I think so. I think that's the play. So smack him, let him bleed a bit. All right, and then we intentionally have a suboptimal turn to get this out of our deck. All right. So all your attacks do bleed. You are buffing yourself. Draw, discard. Perfect. And we'll end our turn here. He's getting ready to do that stun wrench ability, which is a real stinky, but so be it. Doing 8 damage to him. I'd rather you didn't. I'd rather you didn't. Now, let's get Crushing Blow out of hand. Just to create hand space. What are we discarding? Barnacle is not necessary yet. Yeah, I think we're in a good spot. Alright, so this is a big turn. We would like to go ahead and discard Stoneblade. Let's gain temporary power. Start jabbing. Unfortunately, he doesn't have wound on him. We really shouldn't improvise it. Now, what else are we gonna do? Overexert? Yep, sounds about right. And then impair him, just for good measure for the future. Got 11 bleed on him in one turn, and all those attacks did nothing. Feels pretty nice. Now, we did overdraw, but he's not doing a lot of damage to us. You are damaging my little buddy. It's very rude. Let's go ahead and reduce that a bit. Draw a discard. You can get out of here. You have bleed, so enjoy your wound. And then, with 9 defense, this will just barely cut through. You know what? Let's jab him twice to add as much bleed to him as possible. And we broke through his armor, which applies more bleed to him. Great. He does, a little fluffy here, does wind up taking 2, but I believe he'll be okay. Now, go ahead and play. Let's draw and discard first. What are we discarding? We don't need the junk. And we'll go ahead and improvise an attack because I really want Enhanced Gash. It's a real good card. I might overestimate it a bit, but I don't think I overestimate it that much. So, do we want to hit him with 2 more quick jabs? I believe so. And go ahead and I can hold on to you. So 9 damage coming in, really not a big deal. How many cards can we play this turn? Discard a card and get this out of here. 3 energy still. I feel like let's go ahead and slice you. No. Gain defense equal to target's bleed. Gives us a whole lot. And then just bleed him some more. Yeah, having Zim's Razor permanently in our hand is so nice. Alright, you wrenched us. That's real stinky. But I will forgive you, because you're probably dead this turn. Just keep on swinging at him. Discard this card, give this another pierce, and he's dead. It's a real nice deck. Alright. Let's improvise. Let's make sure we get the card that we want. We want to get the 0 cost cards, so we can play many cards in one turn. If we wanted to do a solid 11 damage, yes. Yeah, because even the average, 10.5 here versus 11. Better. Draw 2 and expend a card. No. Draw 2, discard 2 is fine. The target has 5 or more bleed. Apply to impair. I think we've shown we can get to 5 or more bleed pretty easily, so 2 impair is fine. Force banner, no thank you. No 2 energy cards necessary. However, bleed decaying faster sounds fantastic. None of this calls out to me. We skip. Tend to our own injuries. We didn't even take that much damage this turn, or that round. Add a battlegraph slot? No, give me a battlegraph worth taking. Improvise from a discard combo, piercing, counter. discard, improvise, bleed, improvise. No, thank you. As much as I like stun, the rest of these don't help as much as I would like, so we'll skip it. Olu is always an issue, but this might make her more manageable. Now, what else can we do? We can rush Olo. We'll hold on to Pale Reflexes for next turn, because we need to work around that keepsake card. This one, yep. So go ahead and discard it early, so we can clear that mental space for ourselves. You are a real jerk. 23 health, 2 bleed. Go ahead, draw and discard. Alright, it's the first part of our winning situation. You're still here though. Interesting. I believe... Let's go ahead and play you... Okay, this is 3 damage, 14, and that's going to put 2 bleed on you. Not fantastic, however, we're not even taking damage this turn, so Barnacle is not helpful. I'm just gonna smack you a normal amount. And then you bleed before you attack? You do! Fantastic. Okay, okay. So, we would like you to do nothing. You doing nothing just makes my day. And if you're doing nothing, we'll go ahead and draw 2, discard 2, get you out of here. Get you out of here. Which unfortunately gives you power. But I'm liking all this bleed going on you. Our hand's full, so we can't even draw the horrible card to begin with. Let's see, you're taking 18. If we can put 4 on you, then you're done. So, I think this is a great turn for you. We'll discard Stone Blade. This is lethal for you. That's increased damage for you. Let's try to keep you from getting any more damage. Can't actually do much about that. We would want to draw, yeah, Blade Flash. So, however, I feel like 16 damage is just better. We have you dead, almost. Almost. Cool, we got you. That was a really good fight. Didn't even take that long. I delete you now and forever. You don't give me a good reason not to. Wound would be a nice addition, but I don't want to complicate the deck, it's just working. Now these attacks don't have much range. Also, we don't have many attacks. So bottom edge doesn't help that much. 3 temporary power every 3rd turn. Sounds nice. Or upgrade 3 random cards. What even needs to be upgraded? U2, which we don't play, and everything else is already upgraded. So, power every 3 turns. Draw a card, discard if you have discarded this card this turn. If you have discarded a card this turn, this card costs 0, so this will almost always cost 0. But these 2 are useless for us. Alright, it's another skip. We definitely want to take all our allies with us. Hit all enemies destroy after 1 use. Because they are cheap. let's go ahead and take the grenades. We definitely want to save them for when he has the caches, or just when there's a bunch of things on the field. It's gonna be useful. Let's start off with draw 2, discard 2. Perfect. And get out of here. Hit him 3 times. Alright. So it's a fine turn 1. We're gonna take 1 damage, whatever. But they have 7 bleed on them. We're not taking damage this turn, so we'll ensure you take plenty. Get you out of here. We would like draw and discard. Yeah, get out of here. We'll get you later. 1 energy left. We'll save you in case what could come up and hurt us? Nothing. But is there any reason to play you? No. Well, it would put more bleed on him. Okay. Get out of here. Hurt him some more. Got him down to 82 health. Let's go ahead and hit all those enemies. And if we're going to do that, let's go ahead and gash you first. So you're nice and wounded. Hit everybody. Alright, you're dead. You're almost dead. Let's go ahead and focus. You know what? Hitting you 3 times sounds real nice. It also gets cards out of my deck that I didn't put there. Cool. So we just need to hit this little bugger. Hits all enemies straight after 1 use. Hold on. Hit 2 random enemies. Much better. Because that stuns you. Which means you don't do as much. Or you're blinded or something. Right? What is your deal? Your deal is whenever you're hit, you're stunned. I guess you don't get stunned? Or maybe because they weren't out. Maybe because they were out before you got summoned? Not sure, not sure. Let's go ahead. We don't know what we would draw. Could be anything. Could even be exactly what we wanted. Keeping the impair, keeping the wound on him as long as possible. It's a surefire way to keep us happy. Now, what's going on? What are you doing? You're doing nothing, because I want you stunned. You're just hitting me for 5. You're not even self-buffing. So, just hit him, I guess. It does put garbage in our deck, but that's not a big deal. We have defense, but he's gonna hit through it, so whatever. What could we draw? We could draw the idol. So let's see if we did. We did not. And our hand is near capacity. Oh snap, our hand's near capacity. We might run into trouble. So let's get rid of the temporary power boost. We're definitely going to play these. Yeah, so we're going to draw the bad card. Oh, what are you taking? Don't take the ones that are necessary. It's real mean. You're hitting everybody. Don't. Okay. That cleared up a lot of the field for us, so now we can see what we want to do. We're going to lose a bunch of cards. We're going to lose a really important card. What does each one have? You're not really useful. One of you is really useful. Okay. So I think our priority order is top, bottom, middle. And the question is, do we give up 150 points to make this happen? And I think that Enhanced Gash, I think these 3 cards are important enough to our deck that we do. Because we're going to have, we have Expend, okay, we have a Blade Flash. We won't have enough offense. Yeah, he took most of our offense away, so we can't let you expend everything. So, you're being killed. Let's go ahead and kill this one. 9 damage, or 7 damage will do it. Burn them all. So now, 3 damage will do it. It doesn't really matter, there's no... Oh, here. Gives us the blade, which means you're all dead. I had to stop talking for a second just to think through it, but we got here. Go ahead and get you out. Our hand's about to be flooded with a bunch of good stuff. Thanks for all my cards back. And you're going to take a turn to self-buff? I do not mind. So, Pierce. We want to... We don't have any more piercing damage. So we want to play as many cards as possible in order to get Promoted Slice to go off. Let's improvise more piercing damage. Hits all enemies, no. Draw and discard, I guess. Doesn't really give us anything great. Let's get Barnacle out of here. It was kind of a weak card in our deck. If we could remove a card, we'd probably want to remove that one also. But anyway, no! That was totally a misclick. I want Zin's Razor back. Zin's Razor is very important to me. I meant to get rid of Adapt. It's actually kind of terrible. Alright. Let's see. Draw 2, discard 2. Perfect, it came back. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Alright. Gain temporary power, because we're going to hit everybody. Ooh, I did not even think about the counters coming in. This is not an attack though. This will just kill you all though. There you go. You can't counter if you're dead. You have bleed, so enjoy your wound. Everybody was hitting you, so it's going to be a huge damage increase. Alright, alright. We just play our hand. It's a lot of garbage here, but that's fine. Play a card, discard a card. Pretty good, pretty good. And he's dead. Cool. Got another dub. We did have to get rid of that keepsake card, but there was no way around it. We would have had 2 offensive cards left. Blade Flash and the Barnacle, and there's no way we're going to win like that. But there we go. Another Sal win, our second one, and it came pretty easily. So next time we'll try hard. It's gonna be a struggle. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, but I think we can do it. Alright, so if you watched the entire video, be sure to hit that like button. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!